Cyberpunk. I am your host, Sera. I am the only one who came appropriately dressed, apparently. And you guys are all living in the Cyberpunk 2020 city of New York. You are somewhere within the city, depending on what you can afford. And if you all want to take a minute and introduce yourselves, because half of you know the other half of each other, and the two halves do not mix. So,
do you mean by characters or by individual players?
I'd like, actually, if you guys could use the name you want to be called by the rest of the party. Like, if you've noticed, I have weird names for my friends. Yeah, these fuckers gotta go, sorry. Pull my eyes off! I don't have eyelash, but I still have eyebrows. Like, Waldo, obviously, probably not really their real name. If that's what you want to be called, that's what you want to be called. So go ahead and take turns, and we'll start with Bill, because he's the first person on here, and he hasn't talked hardly at all. So just kind of introduce yourself, how you want to be known, give us your character's name, and give us a brief description of your character's appearance.
Okay, well, I'm Bill and was put on the spot, so I'm Bill.
Sorry, Bill.
Hi, Bill.
What do you want us to call you, Bill? We can call you
You
anything.
can call me Bill.
Okay.
I didn't have a chance to think about this. Well, I mean, if you want to talk about the nom du pleur, it would be archaeothoughts, but that might be a little too long.
Fine. Yeah, you probably just get shortened to Archeo.
Yeah, Bill's fine.
She's like, I like Bill.
Bill's fine. So, my character, they are called Path. They're a nomad who's been in town for about a year, maybe 6 months to a year. They don't really they've traveled with many of the tribes, mostly as security. They sort of have been in between gigs, and they're currently looking for sort of another caravan heading out west because they're not really enjoying the big city life of New York. But they got a little apartment, probably up in Harlem, sort of just outside of the irradiated zone, but not in a good place. It's still in a place that's probably still would be considered a combat zone. As a nomad, their specialty is driving and shooting. And so sitting here in New York, you can't really drive much, so they spend most of their days sitting in the window looking at potential targets.
All right. Terrifying, but excellent. Okay, who wants to go next? Amma!
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, my internet's pretty terrible, so just let me know if I cut out at all.
We will.
So hi, I'm Amma. I'm located in Japan, so I'm one of those Saturday morning folks. My character, as you may or may not know, is the king. I latched onto a part on the wiki that said that there was a cult of Elvis, and with very little to go on, I decided that my character believes that he is the second coming of Elvis. He is a rocker boy and uses his rising fame as a way to spread his gospel and gain followers as well as fans. And he is a
Hello?
Hello.
Popped out for everybody.
I think we lost Amma.
Oh, no.
She'll be back.
Am I back?
There you
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah, no, if you guys actually say that, if you say hello, I've got a little bit of delay where I can hear you, but you can't hear me. So that actually helps me to know to reboot my thing. Where did I leave off?
Gaining followers.
Gaining
Okay.
followers.
Yes. So he is in a lot of ways, I see him as a little bit nomadic. I guess if we're set in New York City, I could see that he's kind of come there to claim new followers and set up churches or churches, I guess, homes for the faithful, and uses a lot of his fame to help other people as well too. But he is not a skilled fighter. Much more about interactions with other people and helping out and guiding people. That's the king in a nutshell.
All right.
I love it.
Thank you very much.
Slash Yaka slash Yaka
Alex.
What is happening? Oh, it's my turn?
Oh.
All right. Sorry.
What's your name?
I get nervous. You could call me Xander or Yaka, however you want.
Like Sniffles.
Right now, yes, I am. I am in the process of moving through this horrible cold that I am trying to not die from. And my character's name is Derp. They are a fixer. They're 30 years old, and they've lived their life kind of like on the outskirts of the city. You know, they come from a pretty lavish corporate, background. Their parents were executives corporate executives, and they grew up in the safety of corporate suburbia. But they just kind of chill out, around the outskirts, doing their thing, looking for the next best, I guess, gig to come along. I don't know what else to say. I'm sorry.
It dropped off at the beginning there for me. What's the name and the role again?
Oh, he is a fixer, and his name is Derp.
Derp?
Yes, DERP. Derp.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna take notes, so
somebody has to.
it's kind of why she gets the nickname of the adult in the room.
I
Waldo!
don't know what you're talking about.
You want us to call you Waldo? Waldo,
I have that stupid push to talk. No, sorry. I have my push to talk. Hold on.
Change it.
I'm here. Okay, so yeah, I'm Waldo's. You can call me Waldo's, or Waldo, or whatever. Oops. Yeah, I'm a Netrunner. My name is Kibbles. I'm pretty much. I had a good family, and it was like all great with mine, and then I ran into a bunch of life events that made it terrible for me. So
I should have probably talked about that.
You don't have to. You guys can keep your backgrounds to yourselves. It's fine.
Yeah, nobody gets to know my background. I'm naked, I'm bald, and I have long fingernails. I will say that as many times as possible.
I thought
like
you
your
had
character
tinted.
sketch.
I just imagine like a tinted bald cap.
I know. Oh, not bald, actually. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna make myself bald. I can make that choice.
Sure, you can shave that shit off.
Right? Oh,
You
but
can have like a little bit of a little fuzz, little shaved off area.
I'm just saying, I see Marilyn Manson.
yeah, no. But he's gonna be cool. I'm unemployed. That's fun.
So realistic.
Unemployed.
They're naked.
I'm naked. I'm unemployed. I keep my nails real nice, though.
Gotta have those priorities.
Yeah.
Wait, are you legitimately naked?
Not right now.
But your character is?
I'm just confused.
I'm very confused as who's to naked and who's bald anymore. I don't know.
Trust me. I'll draw a picture of Kibbles. You'll see. He's nude as hell.
I should just make you play Vlor, because then I could interact with Vlor.
I know, right?
Oh god.
Okay, if Kibbles dies, I need you to create Vlor.
If Kibbles dies, I'll make
Wait.
Vlor. Don't worry.
Kibbles. Like in Kibbles and Bits?
Oh yeah.
Oh, snap. We should have talked about this beforehand. Okay, never mind.
Yeah,
Keep
and
going.
if you guys want to, well, and before I turn this over to Araya, if you guys want to get your characters together, that's fine. Like buddies or roommates.
We could have been Kibbles and Bits.
Oh my gosh.
Kibbles and Derp.
Kibble's like, he's sneaky and he doesn't like people and he really wished that everybody died. So like, I don't know if you want to be friends with Kibbles.
Oh, the king will want to save Kibbles.
Oh,
Ooh.
shit.
Poor naked bald child. Goodness.
I guess you could say Kibbles has some bit.
I'm kind of curious about what Kibbles does with their bits.
We're gonna find out.
Are they just swinging in the wind, or
God, I like right like. What are
Maybe
you
they just
doing?
wear
Like,
loincloths?
because he's supposed to have like at
Sock?
least a headgear thing because he's a net runner.
Okay,
You heard me. I said sock. This is happening.
I'm okay with a sock on a belt. I mean,
No,
Do you have
not-
cybernetic underwear?
Shove it in a sock and just hang it up.
He's
You
technically
should.
not mute anymore because he's wearing socks.
Bill, you're gonna have to put a not family friendly tag on this, just FYI.
Well, that
I
sort of goes
apologize,
without
Bill.
saying. I figured with
Makes sense.
Cyberpunk
Alright.
that would be obvious.
Araya, you want to tell us who you are and who your character is?
Yes, my character is Dr.
Who are
Dagalak.
you? Who are
Oh, me,
you?
I'm a person.
Good job. Good.
This is
I'm
getting
in the
deep here.
Philippines. I'm in the Philippines. I'm also in the Saturday morning crowd. And yes. And I have a cat, so you'll hear him sometimes. And what else? What? Okay, my character is medtech. I don't know.
You
My
guys,
character's a
you guys got really lucky with this med tech too. Don't kill your med tech. You won't get another one this night.
Oh no.
His name is Dr. Dagalak, so just call him DD.
Doctor what now?
Doctor.
Dagalak. It's a Tagalog word.
Okay.
Dr.
Just
Girlfriend.
call him DD. His street name is gonna be DD. Delicious dick. Oh,
It's just gonna be double D.
double D, yes. What's this? He lived in a medical, what's this? A corporate research facility. He has a big family, and they're all alive and neutral about him. And he's currently living in the combat zone because he's motivated by money and he does back alley surgeries and shit like that to anyone who could pay.
Okay, what?
What else?
Why are you sitting up here? That's pretty good, I think.
I like it.
Yay. Yeah, I rolled
I still think
motivation
you should
this
let
money.
Derp live with him. Just saying. Like Derp
I mean,
was
it's
totally
fair.
crashing his couch.
Now that you guys have all been introduced to each other and you know who each other's characters are, this is the perfect time to be making connections with your characters, like Kibbles and Derp. If you guys want to be run around buddies, that is completely acceptable. No, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you guys want to make some pre-existing relationships between your characters, obviously Dee Dee is going to know Derp because they live together. Does the king want to know any of the characters in the group already, or that kind of a thing?
Well, I'm known world round, so everybody
As
knows
what,
me.
Derp?
Yeah, can I
Yes. Derp
question if
the fixer.
Go ahead.
if Derp is just living in DD's couch, then he doesn't have to pay the rent or something like that?
You can make him pay rent. It's your couch.
No, shut up. Let me live
Especially if
for
he's
free.
living in the couch. I mean, now he's ruined a perfectly good couch.
I just imagine the couch opens up like a little secret apartment, and inside is like a full-on condo.
It's a coffin.
Oh,
It
Yeah,
could
it's
be
a
a
coffin in her living room, yeah.
good enough.
I'd say Path knows DD. Probably been patched up once or twice.
There you go.
Yeah, that's probably how Derp knows Dee Dee also, except he also crashes on his couch from time to time.
I feel like if I can figure out the cybernetics, Kibbles would know Dee Dee.
Maybe Dee Dee's put some cybernetics on Kibbles.
Yeah.
Maybe Dee Dee has also stitched up a couple cuts on, Kibble's naked body.
Who
From running
actually
around
handles the
naked.
cybernetics?
You can
It's okay.
sit
Didi
Yeah, you
has
can
mirror
look at-
shades, so Kibbles can just look at his own junk while he's basically.
As one does.
I love all of you. I love
I just imagine Dee Dee just walks up, slaps a band-aid on someone's like, "You're healed now. Get out of my face."
Get your junk out of my face, and puts his glasses back on.
Oh man.
Do you want it in my lap or not? This is a
What
very
a
important
fun
topic
bunch of
decision
people
you need
have
to
we
make.
have together.
Okay, then you need to get down. No,
If only I could
Ow.
speak in proper English right now.
you're joking me. Ugh.
Yeah, sometimes my brain hangs, and then I forget English words.
So, your brain, what?
And-
Stop trying to be pegged.
I heard ham, so I wasn't sure, but figured the polite thing was not to mention it. Hello?
Yes.
Oh, good. I thought we froze for a minute there.
I did too. I was just like,
My headphones
so quiet.
dropped. I
Died.
Sorry.
it's
That
so
was me.
quiet.
But it doesn't help that all we have is a white background and, with the GM
No,
is the
I-
only person moving.
I put a picture up. I put a picture up.
I know, we're going
See,
to...
you guys are all at Roll20, but I'm over here in the Discord watching everybody's icon light up when they talk, so I know
Flicker
who's
and-
talking.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm not even looking at anything. I'm just writing the details.
Yeah,
in
I
this
kind of wish it would do that on the D20, but
I gotta know who's talking until I can
Oh, shoot.
put a face to your voice. Because I'm a creeper like that.
An
Right.
assaulter.
yeah, you still have skills to pick about. Who
Oh,
did you
dear.
choose?
Oh.
Yes.
Was that Amma? It was Amma.
Oh no.
Mabes. Who are you?
Me.
Ooh. So that's a deep question for this late at night. Okay, so here we go. This is New York cyberfied. So everybody knows each other except the king.
The king.
Sounds like it.
Is that what we came up with? The king
I think
does not
everybody
know.
knows DD.
No,
Yeah.
that's fair. Everybody knows Dee. Does the
Yeah.
king know Dee? Guess not.
I feel like
Sorry,
everybody
king.
should know. Dee Dee.
Dee rolled really well, and so Dee is actually fairly well known.
Nice.
Yeah. That's why I'm saying be nice to your healer because you won't get one of shiny again, probably. I will be surprised if you do, honestly. I was impressed with the rolls. I was like,
I'm
damn.
going to attach myself to this doctor and make sure that they stay alive.
Derp comes home, makes the house explode. Didi's dead.
No!
That would be very on brand.
I'm sorry.
He's like trying to hack something.
I'm
And
going
then
to
makes
consider it an ID.
He's
Don't
not even
worry.
trying to do anything. He's just like knocking two rocks together in the house.
Puts popcorn in the microwave. All of a sudden,
get
it
ya.
looks like a nuclear blast has just gone off.
Who's back?
Is everybody
What's
back?
happening? Why did my thing go?
I don't know.
Died.
I think
It's
people
alright.
are
My camera died.
bumping in and out.
Test.
My camera died. There you
Test.
Yeah,
are.
Mom.
I found my phone.
Sorry about that. Did I miss everybody making friends with their characters?
Not any more than
We
they
killed
already
Dee Dee.
had.
Is anybody interested in listening to what the king has to say?
Oh, I'm
Absolutely.
pretty sure that Derp has once or twice passed by the Church of Elvis. I mean,
Elvis is
he's
a fairly
drifting off everywhere.
Elvis is a fairly decent performer, so
Yep.
you probably have heard him perform.
Mm-hmm.
As a matter of fact, Elvis, how about you're just performing at, I don't know, let's go with the Regal because it's here. Performing at the Regal Theater, and it's got an open air thing going on, and you're performing for a charity, which explains why the high roller would be there. Are we another high roller? And
Who's
I
the
don't
high
know why the little naked boy and would want to be at this open air concert of. Do you only do Elvis songs or do you do original material?
Aren't they all Elvis songs?
All right.
Sorry.
They are,
no.
they are Elvis sings them. Except
I
for
was
that one
clearly in
Sinatra song.
character.
So sorry.
I love it. Don't be sorry.
I'm sorry, stay your character.
Don't ever be
All right.
sorry.
So, I'm trying to keep mental track of everyone. Okay, so you are all at the Regal Cinema for the Elvis Returns concert that is being performed. Amma, give us a performance roll.
Oh Lord. Alrighty. Okay. I am totally getting used to this, so I
fine.
apologize. As I pull up my character sheet, I'm going to go down to my perform.
Yes.
And by the way, the king, not Elvis, mind you, the
Oh, I'm
king.
sorry, the king. I apologize.
Yes. The king also doesn't see this as performing, but preaching to the faithful.
All right. Well, you were hired to perform. Like how you choose to do it, it's up to you.
Do I need any kind of modifier?
Nah, just give us a straight roll.
Sorry
What have
about
I
the
done?
All
doors.
right.
Ooh.
Squeaky
Going
doors.
down to get.
All right. So the king has risen. Has a performance 18.
Nice.
That's good enough to be good, because I think 10 is top. So you are performing very well, which means everyone's enjoying it. I just wanted to see if you failed the roll, and then everybody would be like, "Boo!"
Aw.
So mean.
Yes.
They
That
are
word not
pleased with the
happening.
word. They've heard it, and it is good.
They are, and some of them are singing along. There's some like fake
Lighters.
lights in the distance.
Hands up, reaching towards the sky.
People are singing along, and they're doing their little twists along with you. There's a couple groupies who are dressed up like the king. Obviously, they don't look as good as you, but
At
everybody
least they're
seems
not
to be
naked.
having- They are not naked. There are no naked people in the major audience. So we're gonna go down the line. We know where the king is. The king is performing. Pat, what are you doing?
I'm making.
If there's a balcony, I'd be up there, sort of scoping out the crowd, looking for maybe a wealthy target for to look at on the way out.
Sure. There's definitely a balcony-like area there. Yeah.
Could Path also potentially be additional hired whatchamacallit?
Security.
Yeah.
I could do double duty. I don't mind doing that.
I was gonna say, is that something that Path would do?
Yeah, get paid while also looking to get paid. Yes.
Okay, so you're just doing, I guess, your security rounds while scoping out easy targets.
Well, good. That makes it explains why I'm sitting there with a rifle too.
It does actually, because this is that kind of a world. All right.
All the security guards are made to wear fake Elvis wigs.
Oh my god!
Oh my God.
Yes, you do have to wear a fake Elvis wig and
Or
the
some kind of
sparkly
merch.
suit.
Yeah.
Or some kind of merch. Oh,
I have Heart
Prius is
Elvis
Prius.
shirt.
So I wear that as soon as I get upstairs. I take it off and I'm back to my the look there in the icon. So I have my sort of green yellowish hair, sort of a Billie Eilish thing going. With sort of my
Who did your
bright-
art? That's really pretty.
My wife did my art for me. She finished that for me. Yeah.
Wow.
I like it.
Ooh.
So sort of this.
He just wanted to. He just wanted to say my wife.
With a sort of red satiny, sort of very 80s type jacket with some neons on it.
I like it. I like it a lot. I love the
You
eye.
say
on
that, and
by
I
the way.
imagine those windbreakers with the crazy neon colors on the
Oh,
triangle.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, with some black and red mini
Doritos.
skirts.
Think 80s on crack.
Yes.
Oh god.
Everything in this game is 80s. On
Fishnets
crack.
with Doc Martens.
And self-lacing. All right, so Half is up doing his job and his other job. Kibbles, what are you doing?
Well, I'm unemployed, so I feel like I'd be, if there's like a bunch of people here, trying to find somebody that would need a hacker.
A little naked. Okay, I really need to know.
I don't know, right? Like, I feel like I wouldn't be near the crowd. I would be like,
You'd be that person in the back alley, like waiting for someone to come out and take a piss. And just be like, hey, you need a hacker?
Hey, mister, you need a hacker, mister?
Could I potentially hire everybody?
Do what?
Wait, what?
Could I potentially hire everybody? Because I mean, I could see a use for everybody on the team. For example, like if we're live streaming the concert, there could be need for somebody who does the tech end of that. We need somebody for music to handle all the tech on the physical end. And I don't know why a med tech would be there unless they either wanted to watch and or be there in case people fainted, because that's what you do around the king.
Dee Dee is a little too high level for that.
Okay.
But Dee Dee would totally
Kibbles
be
is
there.
not.
Kibbles is not. If you guys want to, if you all would like to have your characters be hired by the king for this performance, or be hired through the people hiring the king for said performance, that would not be a terrible idea. That is up to you, however, as individuals.
Yes. I mean, Dee Dee is motivated by money. So if there's money and it's good enough, he'll probably take it. He's probably
It's
thinking,
good enough. It's good enough for this kind of a gig.
Yep.
And it's not a
And
back
most-
alley surgery.
right, if they're a big name person like the king.
Yes.
Well, and you get to see the king. All right, so Kibbles, what's your naked little butt doing?
Well, that, I still,
Now you're employed.
right? I was gonna say, I'd still feel like I'd be like that asshole that's just in the background in the alley, because that seems pretty motivated to my character.
All right,
Wait,
so
does
Kibbles
that mean
is
they-
monitoring the signals from the back alley.
Does that mean they too are in an Elvis outfit now?
Hell,
So
yeah,
Dottie has given.
I got shades and a wig on.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, just
Kibbles has been given a wig. Kibbles is
takes the
free.
wig and puts it on the other head. It's not with that. Never mind. I'm just gonna go.
Wow,
You can
wrong
keep that
head, Kibbles.
Kibbles had like 3 drug problems happen in his background. Okay, so like he's not feeling
Oh.
great.
No,
Kibbles
Kibbles,
is-
no.
This is great. Okay, Derp. What are you doing,
Okay.
Derp?
Derp is doing.
Or does Derp want to change their name to Bits? Because I need to know.
No, Derp is gonna be Derp. Bits can be the
Alright,
next person. once Derp is dead.
You're gonna get bits right after Kibbles bites the dust. All right, so Derp, what are you doing?
I think right now Derp is kind of walking around, kind of scoping out the place, checking on who's who and where's where, kind of mingling here and there.
Okay, so Path and Derp are both kind of doing security. Is that what I'm hearing?
Mhm.
Yeah, I guess.
All right.
Except I don't know
all
if Path, if Derp is really employed at this point. They might be doing this on their own.
You're not taking the job?
He's not taking the job.
No job for Derp. So Derp's just kind of mingling on the outskirts.
He followed Dee Dee to the location where he was going to work because he didn't want to stay at home by himself.
And then they wouldn't let him in.
And they wouldn't really allow him in, but he managed to somehow. It's just kind of.
He's not cool enough to play with the cool kids. Okay. Dee Dee, you are sans your roomie because reasons. And so you are inside the elite ring, and there are little drinks being served and all this kind of stuff. And for the most part, it's just really a chance to kind of rub elbows with people, and pretty much it. You do have full access to the stage. You could hypothetically talk to the king on one of their set breaks, so that is an option should you choose to do so. It is kind of a... Go ahead.
Does he have a little booth for like his first aid, whatever?
Does Dee Dee have a first aid booth? Does Dee Dee want a first aid booth?
I mean, he is hired medical staff, so...
Then yes, Dee Dee is the inside the secure area medic, because he's got...
Yeah, when people get too drunk.
Yeah, they're bringing too drunk or too high. They're bringing them to you. Be like, oh, here's another one.
Yay!
So, yay. Okay. All right. Well, King, are you doing anything special during your performance? Is there something you want to do at this point?
I see.
Play it.
Oh man, role play it out. So I see again. These performances are very much like church, I guess, in a way for the king.
All right.
So I anticipate that he is singing songs as if they were both gospel, but also leading the group in sing-alongs. And everybody turn your books to page 12 and let's all sing together.
I love that he's handed out.
Yeah.
He's handed out hymnals beforehand.
Exactly. And preaching, I think, about the word of Elvis, maybe specifically because it's New York City, tailoring it to the fact that since this is...
Oh no.
She'll be back. The king always returns.
Am I back?
There you are.
Yeah, now you're back.
Sorry about that. So
right.
I think maybe if anything, he is talking to the people of New York. Like again, he wants to get more followers. So I would see the king as addressing the woes, promising to clean up the city through faith and community support and bringing it back to its former glory.
The Richie Rich is, the glitter boys and all of that. They're half listening. You do have the ear of the people who don't look to be as well off, and you definitely have the ear of the people on the outside of the secure zone who are mostly riffraff. So you would be hearing this message, Derp, of salvation and community and healing through Elvis.
Amazing.
Let's see. Roll me charismatic leadership.
That would be me. I am gonna go do that. The king swings his hips dramatically to drive home a point. Let's see if that worked. Did it roll? No, it didn't. Why didn't you?
I see perform.
Let me try that again.
This is why we're doing this.
Oh, okay, never mind. I see why.
Yeah, sometimes you get that thing and you gotta. Okay. Now, Derp.
Yes.
I need you to roll a.
Yes.
Hmm?
What am I rolling?
Oratory. I don't know yet. Hang on.
Roll for naked.
Roll a joint.
Would that be
Roll a
live?
joint. Hey, you can roll a joint if you want. Remember, it's puff, puff, pass. Stock
Wah, 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 wah.
Hi, buddy. You want to sit on my lap?
Oh, I'm an idiot.
Oh, God. Wait.
Roll your cool.
Done. 13.
That's a 13. So I do believe that a 13 does not beat an 18.
Oh, yeah.
So
Well, clearly
you-
I can't outdo the king. I mean, that would just be blasphemy.
I'm just saying you have definitely heard the message and you're liking what you're hearing.
Of course. I mean, who wouldn't?
Actually, I probably should have had you roll your empathy, so we'll just remember that for time. Anyway,
My what?
because this works out. Your empathy. That would have been
Oh.
your EMP, but this works
Can I
out.
roll it
so-
to see what it would have been?
Sure, if you want. But the effect still stands.
Still an 8.
Okay, sure. Now you're even more into it.
Yeah, it's cool. I'll just be cool about it.
Just like, wow, Elvis, them hips.
He's gonna steal all the flyers, post it in Didi's house.
I'm just gonna take this for later. Don't just shh, no one's gonna see this. Use a sleight of hand.
This is not the.
Oh,
Yes.
can Derp try and pickpocket the king? Get
No.
a souvenir to take home.
You can try to pickpocket one of the people that look like the king who are on the outskirts of the secure zone, but Elvis himself, the king
He's
himself
too
is
far away from me.
inside. Yeah, it's like a stage, and then there's like the. You've been to concerts, right? It's
Yeah,
like a stage,
not really,
and then the out. Okay, so there's like a perimeter where all the hoity-toity people are. The people who paid way too much for their ticket. Those people are all inside, and then there's
Gotcha.
people with guns making sure that the people not inside can't get inside.
Okay,
As
never
where radio
mind.
static goes, yeah, keep an eye on a naked guy making a little way up to the stage.
No, that guy works for us.
Oh shit.
I gotta turn this down, so I'm sorry, guys.
I like how the thought process is, wow, this guy has a really good message. I'm gonna go pickpocket him.
Yeah, I like the.
I gotta take something home with me to remember this moment.
Ergo, I must go pickpocket.
Oh, a relic. A relic.
Yes.
Like- That means I have to chop a piece of your body off.
What?
Oh,
Okay.
no, maybe I can just take one of his
Real relic.
like holy sequins from his sequin pattern
Oh,
outfit.
yeah.
You're just gonna like hang out on the chain link fence, and be like,
Oh, I wish that was me in there.
I feel like Derp, you're close enough to
at this
no,
moment,
I
at this moment, Derp sees Dee Dee just like filing his nails at the medical station because nothing's happening right now.
Oh, can he like scream out to Dee Dee?
Sure,
She's like, Dee Dee, it's me, Dee Dee.
Dee Dee, roll your awareness.
Oh shit. Okay, I will. D10, right?
Or hang on, why did I tell you to do that? Hang on. You can't roll
It's
your
me,
character,
Dee Dee,
and I
it's
know
Derp.
that.
I will roll a dice.
Get me in.
My awareness is 3, so I ignore him.
No.
We're gonna go with this. We're gonna go with this.
No. What's the point of being friends with like one of the most known people if you're not gonna help me get in fancy.
I didn't notice you. He was drinking a margarita.
Didn't know.
All right. So the king is now on the first of two breaks. Got, and you can choose this time. I'm gonna myself again. The king can either choose to go and mingle with the masses, or he can retire back to his little room in the back stage and relax. What would the king like to do?
When it comes down to it, if the people are willing, the king will walk amongst them.
You can totally go out and go
Oh my
get the
gosh.
drink and stuff. It's a very secure area, so there's no worry of you being attacked. Nobody seems to be overly worried about you being there.
Excellent.
So feel free to go forth and mingle. Path, you see the king leading the stage and mingling with the group. Derp, you also see this, but there's nothing really you can do about it unless
So
you're going to try to climb the fence.
I'll just be covering. I have be using my telescopic eye to sort of keep a close view of the king and to have the rifle ready in case the crowd does anything.
Doesn't it?
That naked guy gets within 5 seconds away from him.
The naked guy works here.
I so want to shoot the naked guy.
Please don't shoot PCs.
Naked guy.
Please don't shoot PCs.
Perceived as a threat.
His nakedness threatens me. To process what's been happening. All right. So, Dee Dee, are you inside the fancy area? Or are you outside the fancy? Not where you are. Kibble, are you lurking in the space behind the stage, inside the secure area, or are you outside with the riffraff lurking?
I feel like
you do have a job if you want it.
Right. He's gonna take the job because he was unemployed and I need money.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, so wherever he can plug in to check out stuff, wherever security camera might be.
I mean, I figure they would probably give you a station.
Right? To hide my
It's like a
nakedness.
decrepit van.
Probably, yeah. They would probably be like, "How about you stay here?"
Oh, see, I've been confusing the things because this is early on. No, it's
That's
Derp.
fine.
I would have been trying to shoot, not
Yes.
Not Kibble. Derp
That
is
would
the
make
one.
a little more sense.
Derp is the one I'm keeping an eye on, like ready to
Right.
pop.
Derp is not the only one making it known that they would really like to be with the king.
Okay, so you're one of many targets, one of many potential
Yes,
targets.
you have many potential people to shoot, like hundreds of them.
Options.
You have yes.
It's good to have
They
options.
were called.
Yeah.
Okay, so Kibbles is inside, probably behind a desk where we can't see Mr. Winky.
Nobody
Derp.
knows I'm naked.
He's like, I'm giving the king a standing ovation, but he's
Oh god.
Not safe.
Oh wow.
So, Derp, roll me awareness. Oh, shit,
Naked
sorry.
check.
Where is my
They
awareness?
roll me a naked. No, we all know you're naked.
Let me just
Wait,
check.
so-
Nope, still naked.
Who's
Nope, still naked.
where's my awareness thing? How do I roll
It's
this?
a skill. It's a skill. You just click on it.
Is it? I don't see it. I see.
It's under intelligence skills. It's 1, 2, 3 under intelligence skills.
Oh dear, hold on. Intelligent
On your
skills.
character sheet. On your
I know,
character
I'm
sheet. So,
clicking
okay,
it.
Okay. Oh, just click it once and then go back to the main screen.
Okay.
And then it probably says something like add modifier.
Okay, hold on. Skills. And then I go to
Look on the map screen of the D20.
Okay.
Is there a little pop-up box that says something about modifiers?
I am so sorry. I oh dear.
No, I'm not. I'm going to walk you through it. Derp.
Yes.
I
Hold on.
uh-huh.
What? I'm rolling for initiative.
No, awareness. Holy crap.
Okay. Hold on. I gotta find it amongst all these little tiny letters. Okay.
Yeah,
4.
it's not the most visually friendly.
So I
You
click
don't
it.
have to click on awareness, not the 4.
Okay. Hold on.
Click on
Cancel.
the word awareness.
Awareness. Input modifier.
You hit cancel.
Cancel. Now what?
Did it not roll?
Awareness.
Oh, submit. Just hit submit.
Okay.
There we go.
14.
Go away. Okay. How sneaky is
Sneaky, 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 sneak.
Sneaking around.
Somehow he's not.
What?
These questions. I don't know. I didn't make them. Alright. So he's a sneaking.
I am a sneaking sneak.
Yeah, I knew there was. Excellent!
Oh.
Alright. You see a guy who happens to stand out some. And roll me a d10, Derp. Because now that you see him. Okay, wow, you just barely made that.
Oh. That's a good thing.
You know this guy.
No, this guy.
You've seen this guy somewhere before.
Who is this guy?
Yeah, you know him. Right on the tip of your tongue. And you see him kind of moseying around in the crowd. He seems to be watching someone or some ones in particular.
Okay. Can I tell who he's looking at?
Roll the
follow.
perception,
Perception?
which I guess would actually be awareness.
Awareness. Hold on, let me go find it along all these things again. Awareness. 12.
20? 12. Well, I mean, he's definitely looking at the king. That's clear.
Who isn't?
You know. Right, exactly. But he also seems to occasionally be looking at Dee Dee.
Ooh.
And it seems he's like looking around as well, looking like he's got his eye out for someone else.
Huh. Can I try and get Dee Dee's attention again?
Sure.
Do I roll again for perception?
You can hang on. Derp, you can roll whatever. What did I have you roll last?
I don't know.
Roll a d10.
Roll a D10.
No, hang on. What have we got? I haven't memorized all these skills yet. Nope.
Yeah, there's a lot of really interesting skills.
There's a lot of really dumb skills.
Oh, yes.
I have
Apparently,
drawing.
yeah, well, apparently when Red came out, they streamlined a lot of this. But we're not playing Cyberpunk. Oh. Rifle stuff. Oh. Submachine gun. See,
Like, is there
Hello?
a guard near me or something? Can I roll like a perception?
I don't even really know what to have you roll for this. I guess just roll a d10 and subtract 2.
Wait, why am
Social.
I subtracting?
Roll your social.
Social?
Persuasion. There we go. Yeah, roll persuasion. There we go.
Persuasion?
Persuasion or fast talk, but subtract 2.
-2.
Yeah, because you're in this huge ass crowd. Really? Jesus.
Yep.
Nice, Derp. Okay. And would you like to roll a d10, DD? The reason why you can't participate. Araya,
Yes, I'm here.
can you roll me a d10
Okay.
for your awareness?
9. I rolled a 9.
9.
Finally noticed my roommate.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Oh no.
So it'd be 9 plus 3, which is 12 plus 10. How? Oh, okay. So that's fine. 9 plus 3 is 12 plus 10 is 26. So yeah, you notice. You see Dee Dee over by the fence doing what are you doing? Not Dee Dee. Dee Dee, you notice Derp over by the fence trying to get your attention. Derp, what are you doing to get Dee Dee's attention?
Derp is like 2 rungs up on the fence, like flailing his arms around, trying to get Dee Dee's attention. Like he's doing all kinds of stuff, from like lifting up his shirt a little bit, like
would you
flashing
like
his
to roll
belly
your
button.
awareness? You get a +2.
Okay.
Actually, let's give you a +3 because you are on high alert.
Oh dear.
No, I gotta find it.
Yeah, I know.
It's hard to find. There's so
We'll
many.
get better
of
at
them.
this, guys. I promise.
I honestly just keep my you can pop out your stats
Yeah, it
and
does
have them in
help
a
if you
floating
pop the
window.
sheet out. Yeah.
Are you
The only-
serious?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the only thing that I forget is to hit submit after we're done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hey, but at least you don't have to do the math.
Yes,
That is
I
true.
agree.
It can be a bit of a pain, but what'd you get, Bill?
20.
Wait. Well, shit.
Okay, so you also see Derp climbing up the fence, flailing and waving and screaming, "Dee
So
or whatever.
So I'm targeting the interloper, but they did tell us to try our best not to kill anybody unless we saw a weapon. So I'm using the radio
True.
they provided to call down to the other guards to inform them that an intruder was trying to get into the VIP section.
Okay. Dee Dee, you see Derp getting your attention. What do you do?
Dee Dee would be like,
You don't know about the security people.
yes, but he would go to Derp because Derp is making a scene and it's making him embarrassed. It's embarrassing him. So he's like, what?
Best friends, let me.
I like it. Stop
He's gonna go
embarrassing me.
to. Yeah, he's gonna be like, stop it!
All right. Path, because you've been watching this, I guess everybody can roll a perception, actually, to Derp flailing around. So everybody go ahead, and now that we've done this once, everybody who hasn't currently rolled perception, please do so.
Is that awareness?
Yes, it is. Roll awareness. Very sorry.
I should have awareness. Why do I?
I mean, there's like human perception.
I don't know
Which
what
was
that is
awareness
yet.
again?
Awareness is under intelligence skills.
It's the third one under intelligence skills. It's under anthropology, because alphabet.
I love the king has risen in parentheses.
I
gonna
was
sound-
thinking of like those early like AIM like screen names it used to have.
Alex, you don't have to roll awareness yourself.
You said everybody roll it.
Okay, well, you see yourself flailing around.
Good.
This is
Be aware
a
of
bad on
myself
me.
at all
How do you
times.
roll again?
Just click on the skill.
Oh, got it.
Yeah. And then it'll have something pop up on the map screen that'll be like, add modifier, just hit submit.
Uh-huh.
There you go. Okay, so everybody sees Derp making a scene. You may... And since you see Derp making a scene, you now see Dee Dee walking over to tell Derp to quit making a scene. And Bill, you've called for Path has called for security.
And I am aimed at Derp.
What?
Take it
It's a little
Waldo,
excessive, don't you think?
Just do it.
you are a little bit desk bound, but Waldo, you are aware of the scene. What would Kibbles do?
Go for it.
You gonna go over there?
No, I'm gonna tell Path to like, hey, that guy's weird.
Take him out. Damn.
That guy is weird.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. Derp is a weird here.
That guy's okay. Give me just a second. And King, what will you do? You see one of the denizens on the outside flailing madly. And then one of the doctors who was on the medical staff is going over to talk to them. You are unaware of what security is doing. What would you like to do? I'm gonna come back.
Oh no, we lost the king. We took our eye off the king, and the king's gone.
Oh no.
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 Am I back?
There you go.
There you go.
Excellent.
All right, King. What would you like to do?
All right. The king will take a pause from his finger gunning the crowd,
All right.
and at least take some notice. Is there an open pathway, or is the king kind of separated from this? What's going on?
The king doesn't have to be separated if he doesn't want to be.
When the king walks through, the path just opens.
Have you been to a concert? Like
Me?
An outdoorish concert? Yeah.
Yeah, I've been to like a handful of outdoor musical concerts.
So the king is inside the VIP area,
Okay.
and that's the area that he's been allowed to mix. And you're not-
Okay. He's in the
out with
meet
the
and greet
riffraff.
section.
Basically, yes. He can go wherever he wants. There is like a couple security people keeping an eye on him, but nobody seems to be very jumpy. No one seems to be expecting anything.
I guess the king would at least take notice of the poor, naked, lost sheep, and potentially.
Derp
Take
is
some
not
interest-
naked.
Oh no, Derp's not the naked one. Oh gosh,
No,
my
Derp
notes
has-
are wrong.
No,
Kibbles
Derp
is the naked one.
Kibbles is the naked one. Kibbles is very comfortable in their own skin.
Okay. Kibbles is the naked one. Derp is, but Derp's the roommate, right?
Yes.
Derp is the roommate, yes.
Derp is the
Okay.
idiot.
All right, I made my notes are wrong. I'm sorry. I had Derp as the naked one. My apologies. Sincerest apologies.
It's all right. Derp's wearing a suit. Thank you.
Mm.
And spiked gloves. Because style.
I mean, does everything look cool over that way, or does Derp seem agitated?
Derp seems agitated.
I think then the king would actually be slightly hesitant if it looks like there's other people going to Derp's aid.
Okay.
Gonna hang
fine.
back and see how this plays out.
Okay. So, Dee Dee, you make it over to where Derp is.
Mm-hmm.
What would you like to say to Derp?
It's like, what do you want? And don't make a scene. He's gonna try to calm him down. Stop him from jumping around.
Alright. Derp. This is called roleplay, you guys.
All right. So Derp is going to relay what he has seen.
What does Derp say?
It's like, Diddy, 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 Diddy. Can you get me in?
What?
I know a guy in the crowd. I don't know what his name is, and I don't know where I've seen him. But he's my friend. I know he's my friend. And can you use your job ability and just let me in? Can I get in? Let me in. Please.
No.
Please. No. Come on. From a brother to a brother. Come on. Help me out.
No.
I just need to get in. I need to know. He was looking at you. He was checking you out.
No.
And he was Can you give me an autograph?
What? Of who? The king?
Yeah. Let me in. Can I persuade Dee Dee to let me in?
You can certainly try.
Do I
He's like
roll for that, or?
serious.
Yes, you
He's
do.
like
It's
a
going to be a
serious
contested
bastard.
roll.
I have a persuasion and fast talk skill.
Yes.
Bam.
And that's going to be contested again.
What did you roll?
What does a fumble mean?
I don't know. I don't have to look this up. But I can already tell you that's not gonna. Oh, because you rolled a 1.
Oh. Well,
so
It
no.
didn't work.
Wait.
Didi just walks away. It's like, no.
Diddy, come back!
He's like, no.
You can blame it all on me.
Disappears through the, goes back to the bar and disappears among the rich people. Like,
Okay.
no.
Derp is just like devastated, hanging
He
on
fumbles
the
his
bench.
skin.
Like,
So that is what's happened. Everyone who's been watching this episode of Derp Goes Bizarre.
At this point, I think it would be a mercy kill.
Diddy, why?
But I'll leave the poor wreck to in-house security to beat up in the back.
Yeah, at this point, Derp, you see a couple guys in Elvis wigs and crowd control riot gear approaching you.
I just kind of like whip around and just kind of act cool, like, "What's up, guys?"
They're kind of like working their way over there, and
Oh,
people in the crowd are
okay,
getting
look.
the hell out of their way. You have time to get away if you want.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. I'm gonna try and sneak off.
Okay, I'll let you sneak off because I don't really have to. All right. So has
Path
everybody
is going-
made at least one roll? Sorry, go ahead. What's Path doing?
going back to covering the king.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good question. Kibble, what are you doing?
Probably telling them how to follow. If I'm doing the security and I don't know this guy, I'm gonna tell the security people to go keep following Derp.
All right,
Don't be suspicious.
you managed to get away,
suspicious.
but you have a skill that you can't seem to shake. It's almost like someone's watching you from above.
Oh gosh. Let's see. What are my options in the surrounding area?
I mean, you can just leave. It's New York City, so if you look at the picture, the streets are pretty open.
Can I like go
It's
up to the roof of
cyber.
another building and just kind of
Yeah,
try
I
and
mean-
peek at the show from higher?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Please
let's
don't
do
try
that then.
jumping.
No. Derp does not have wings. Derp cannot.
Okay. So basically, Derp leaves the perimeter of the concert area, and it's
Do you
no
have
longer
a...
a threat.
Hold on, sorry. Got a technical question at
Yes.
this point. Are you actually showing a map on the screen? I'm not seeing anything.
I have pictures. You guys don't see my pictures?
Did you move the players to that page?
No, it's
I don't see anything.
No, it's okay. It's just a picture.
Okay, well, at least it's something. It would provide a background.
Yeah, I know. That's why I pulled it up. But
Yeah, you just gotta take
How
that
do I-
take that players ribbon and drag it over to where your pictures are for that map. And then
Whoa! Wow!
sorry, guys.
That's cool.
I'm gonna draw happy smiley faces.
Please don't.
Aww.
Between you and Ya.
No fun.
I know, I'm no fun. I don't care if you draw on it.
You have the ability to erase it, right?
Oh, I think it erases everything, but that's okay.
It's too late.
Oh.
Did you just draw balls in his
It's a happy.
ball?
Eh.
Okay, anyway. So, alright, has everybody had a chance to make a roll?
Yes.
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 So we all kind of have a feeling for how this works, yes?
Hmm.
Well, somewhat of a feel. Alright. The king goes back on, performs his second set. The king is a he, right?
Yes.
The king performs his second set and finishes up, and nothing else of any interest appears to happen during the rest of the concert. Dee Dee, you have a couple passed out rich people who just did a little too much blow and have a too much drink. There aren't any serious security breaches because it's not that kind of a concert, and you all get to go home now. What would you like? What would you like to do for this at the end of your workday? You are still currently at the location where you ended the night. You have not gone home yet. What would you like to do? There are 24-hour diners, there are 24-hour bars, there's street food. It's New York City. It never sleeps, and it's cyberpunk.
Yay.
brothels.
The king is willing to treat anybody who helped him out during the day.
That's a lot of people.
Okay, maybe not. Well, depends. How big of a venue is this? Did we pass around a plate, collect some funds?
No, not for you.
Shoot, should have thought about that.
Not for the king. The king gets paid whatever his regular wage is.
Excellent.
Too lazy to look it up. So you get whatever your monthly wage is
Hooray!
for your show. Woo! And I guess everybody who worked gets a monthly wage, gets paid your monthly wage per your level.
Yay!
So even though Kibbles is now unemployed again, Kibbles at least has some money to put in the pockets they don't have.
He just carries it around in
In
his
my
dick. So
secret pocket.
Oh!
his little special coin purse.
He just clenches his butt cheeks together.
It's like, are your balls jingling? Yes. Yes. they are.
Don't ask.
There's got. How is there not like public nudity laws in the future?
If nude is an
Because
option,
being
like,
nude is an option. I don't know.
Apparently.
Apparently there's a large subsection of the steampunk or the cyberpunk 2020 world that just does not wear clothing.
But I would still assume like the cyberpunk nudists would have their own little colony.
And they
Yes.
kicked me out.
So that tells you a lot.
Those jerks.
Gasp.
Why they kick you out?
'Cause you
For-
didn't want to wear clothes.
For
Let's see
being
what
too
trash
naked?
we haven't.
For being too naked.
Too naked. Shaving all the hair.
Ooh, at 23, I had some big betrayal and a secret was exposed. So,
All right.
Secretly like to wear shoes.
yeah.
Oh.
Like the exact opposite of lore. Wears nothing but shoes. Hey, cute shoes on that
Secretly
boy.
enjoys the feel of socks.
He's like, at
All
night
right.
I wear stuff.
Shut
Okay.
up, Siri.
At night I go home and how did you get outside?
What?
My cat is outside.
Why is he
Oh,
outside?
no.
I don't know, because I didn't let him out.
Is he like
He
on the little
probably
porch
found
area?
a hole.
That's
Hole
weird, you
somewhere.
guys. That's creepy. I gotta yell it. No, he hasn't come out of his room either. What time is it? What are we doing time-wise?
It's 10:40.
Oh,
It's
Jesus,
10.
sorry. All right. Do you guys have a feel for this? We got a feel for our characters
Yes.
and all that good stuff?
Yeah.
Yay!
Okay, does anybody have questions that I'm capable of answering?
What questions are you capable of answering?
When
don't know.
when we get paid, is it straight to the bank or it's just given to us in cash? So we're like walking around with big bags of money with like money signs on them.
I am under the
Yeah.
impression that, this, keeping in mind again that this game was written in the early 90s, you all have ATM cards, basically. And so the money is the Euro bucks are being transferred to your accounts that are accessible. Yeah, that are accessible via your debit card. And they're not
Very
even debit
nice.
cards, they're ATM cards.
Nice.
That's how early this was written. So you can't, I think in game you can actually use them like a credit card, but the game describes them as ATM,
Nice.
which would mean that you couldn't actually purchase them. But
You
Wow.
have to find
playing
an
this
ATM.
game the archaic way, you guys. We're playing it as
Okay, okay.
The way it was meant to be played.
the way it's meant to be played. Problematic words.
Didi
and all.
probably just goes home. He buys a hot dog off of a cart and just goes home.
Does he offer it to his poor bedraggled couchmate?
No.
No, I mean
Oh,
that's
no.
why he went home early. He's trying to avoid his housemate.
Embarrassing him.
No hot
Does anybody
dogs for
have-
you.
Is there
You think
anything
that's
super
fun?
important that people would like to do before we wrap up?
Well, I think Path
Sure.
would look for one of the local dive bars that are frequented by the Nomads to put in to see if there's any jobs heading out of town. Well, maybe
Alright.
getting a nightcap.
That's fine. That's an easy enough to do. It's right on the outskirts of Manhattan. 'Cause that's where you live now. And yeah, everybody's happy to see you, brother Nomad. Yay!
Yay.
King, what are you doing, King? How are you wrapping up your night?
Good question. I think. I mean, the king can no longer live in anonymity or move in anonymity, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Well,
At the
your
level that
security's
he's-
probably your security, unless you are paying the security. Your security detail's probably gone for the night.
Hmm.
You can hire your own.
Yeah. I don't
Or
know.
you
I'd
make a
actually.
guy.
The thing is like I don't want to make too many assumptions. I think I'd like to talk to Bill more about his character because the king actually I think has a kind of nomadic background.
Okay.
So I don't want to make any assumptions that he would, know this character at all, but I feel like there's a way to build character relations, but if he doesn't know anybody currently in the area, then I think the king switches from doing these big gigs to maybe trying to help people, so he would go back to them wherever they're setting up the new church,
Okay.
and
Who
kind
did
of
we lose?
They left and came
And-
back.
I'm
Doesn't think we
here.
Okay, everybody's there. So yeah, no,
Yeah,
I think
cool.
he'd go back. I think he'd go back to his new, or they're in the process of establishing church location,
Okay.
and be amongst the people.
Okay. Kibble, what would you like to do with your evening?
I think Kibble's gonna find wherever what are they like internet cafe things or whatever cyberpunk
Sure.
internet cafe thing is, where he can cyberpunk Tumblr all the night. Just
Tumblr. Right.
plug it into the internet.
Tumblr doesn't exist.
No, I know. I need the cyberpunk version of it.
Yeah.
I don't know if they would even have the ability to do that, but
I
That-
think it's even before bulletin boards.
Where's like
yeah.
what is that?
Chat room.
Whatever
You get a
Netrunner,
chat
like-
room.
Yeah.
Chat room.
Okay, he'll go to chat room.
And the
You
web
get a
doesn't
chat room.
exist yet. The World Wide Web is not a thing yet.
Doesn't
Yeah, it
No.
is. Yeah, it is. World Wide Web came into existence in '93.
Well, I keep forgetting this is a couple years. I'm thinking of this one in like '88, but you're right. Early '90s,
Right.
yes. We're gonna have bulletin boards, and the World Wide Web as a separate option on your internet.
Yes.
He's got his weird Netrunner helmet plugin, whatever.
Yep.
He's got a
And you will
plug-in
see
to
that he sees that there are other people who are also nude, inputs and outputs. So you're in good company. I mean, why do you need clothes if you're spending all your time on the net?
Exactly.
There you go. All right. Is that everybody?
Yes.
Did everybody get to wrap up?
Yeah.
Derp, did you get a wrap up?
I just assumed Derp showed up at the house after going to a convenience store and got some like microwave or something.
All right. Microwave. Okay. We're gonna wrap up here. Got a little bit more done than I thought we were gonna get done tonight, so I appreciate that. And I would like, you all have homework for realsies. I would like you guys to finish off your characters. I'd like to try to run again in about 2 weeks, if that would be okay with everybody. Same time,
Yes.
same channel.